we will be speaking on the expansive influence that the Dungeons & Dragons franchise has on everyday life. I'm joined here by Ben, who personifies our elf paladin named Belf. We have Dave.
Wrong show.
Whoa, hey, welcome to the I Know What I Got cast. No nerds allowed. Dork-free zone. Today, we don't have any news. We got a diecast segment, and we got some other segments, too, where we rag on cars that we can't afford, probably.
It's okay.
Just beep that one out.
I will. That's good.
I have with me here Belf Goldberg. We have Mr. David Loren Goldberg. We have our producer, Chuck Goldberg. And your host, myself, Just Andrew.
Like Cher.
Yes.
Or
He's
Madonna.
a one-name performer. Yeah, he's a one-name performer.
Or the artist formerly known as Prince.
Oh. R.I.P.
And now he's just a wingding.
Is it because he's an angel?
No,
Yes.
what was that logo he picked that was just like some wild thing?
That used to be the pride flag.
Foreshadow.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you want to cover what we're doing
Yeah.
today?
So, fellas, as we all know, we were talking, and Ben, as you probably already know, posed an interesting question, a query. What car could you or would buy for $1 million? It has to be streetable, so meaning street legal, and it has to be $1 million or less. And we started chit-chatting, and all of us went, oh, honk.
I've never had that much money.
Yeah, I mean, like, all the cool stuff that was $1 million when we were a kid is all way over that now.
And everything that was $1 million
newer.
like 4 years ago is now $8 million.
Yeah. So, and David really, like, he was like, when I brought it up to him after his brother brought it up to us, he was like, damn, that's a good question. My brother came up with a damn good question.
I mean, I feel like we've
I'm a damn smart guy.
Yes, sir.
we've debated this previously, just talking amongst ourselves, but
Yeah.
I still feel like my answer will change every time. Like, I'll never have the
Yeah.
same answer for you.
I
don't even think
agree.
I'm committed to mine, but I'm willing to defend it. I have multiple reasons as to why, but anyway,
yeah.
Well,
proceed.
So,
Then before we get into it, I'd also like to mention that we have a special episode after this one tonight for Barbio. The prompt will be fondest memories that hopefully are automotive related. Please, let's keep that.
yeah.
you know,
Theme
this
going.
related,
We'll
yeah.
keep that theme going.
The thing
Okay.
was like a fun road trip or something silly you did with a friend while you're in the car, like something that made you laugh, like or a near crash. You're like, oh my god, I can't believe we just did that. We were so dumb. Just silly crap like that.
Yeah, the after prom stuff need not apply.
Yeah.
All right, who do we start with?
Let's let Ben take this one out the gate. It was his idea. I feel like let's.
All right. Thanks, Chuck.
All right.
Boys, thank you. So my choice for a $1 million car that I would buy is a Lexus LFA. Why?
God damn it, Ben.
It's a
That's a good. That's a good.
it's
choice,
a V10.
It's white?
The colors are great. No.
You have to
First
get
of
it
all,
white.
No. What? Are you out of your mind?
Get it in that yellow.
Lexus
Banana.
Pearl White
I'm
is
gonna get
second
it.
to none.
No,
It's a good color, but not for that
no.
car.
The bronze. Ooh. Yep. Yep. The bronze.
I'd say bronze is a good color. The yellow.
The bronze.
For me would be my choice. I
Dark
saw
green or that blue, that classic Lexus GS blue, or no?
Bronze, baby.
Bronze
Okay.
is
So
unique,
I would pick the bronze because it's the best. The Lexus LFA is a V10. It was developed by Lexus with Toyota, obviously, and at some point some Formula One engineers, and they spent a pretty long time developing it. I think it was like from 2000 to 2004.
Yeah.
4 years? I thought it was longer than
Oh
that.
no, it was
No,
way
to
longer.
develop,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not.
like
That's-
before they came out.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 9.
Remember the thing from
No,
Top
it
Gear
was
where
like- it was
they were
like-
going to build it in one material, and then they were like, let's
started
just
all
build it in
over.
carbon fiber.
yeah.
So they had to
I think
redo
longer
it.
than 4 years. I think you're right, David.
It was like the early
Okay,
thousands.
according to
like when they
Wikipedia, I'm
recorded.
pretty sure it said 4 years, but I could be totally fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Can't
Sorry.
use Wikipedia as a source.
Whatever. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
what is this,
Didn't you go
high
to
Come
school?
on now.
It's a V10. It's got these sick triple exhausts.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, the cool, probably like
Oh, the bowling ball exhausts are the coolest thing maybe about that car.
the
besides
sound. The sound is incredible. You know, it sounds like a Formula One car.
Yeah.
Like it just does. It revs high as hell. In fact, they had to make the tack. I'm pretty sure I got this from Top Gear.
Yes,
they had to
definitely.
make the tack not like analog, like a regular tack. They had to make it digital because
They could
it
not keep
shifted too fast. Like
It revved too fast.
Yeah,
It revved too
rev
fast.
too fast, faster than the gauge could, a regular gauge could keep up with. So they had to make it on a screen, and that is the coolest thing ever. And they only made like I don't know, less than 500 of them.
I thought it was like,
it was like
300 to
300, 350, 400, something like that.
And they
Yeah.
they were like super slept on, and
Yeah.
they still are.
Oh.
But
Yeah, and they were
no,
like-
here's the reason why is that they were slept on because they were so rare. Because Lexus went afterwards, they started selling. Went, we're gonna lose so much.
No, I think they
Yeah,
intended
no,
to lose
and
money.
they sold them for like not even that expensive. Like
No, I think it was
I want to say it was like 400 grand.
Okay.
400 grand,
New.
I think.
And you're just like, what, like,
Why would I buy a Lexus?
And,
What-
and-
what-
and
what-
I,
going,
I think
would buy
the
this.
problem was that like compared to the other Halo cars of the day and like supercars and stuff like that, it wasn't even the best
no,
It
but
was
it's
on
the
paper.
by far the coolest.
on paper.
It was
It
the
was
best.
not
It
even
was
the best.
Give me a
user-friendly.
better
I don't
example.
remember. I don't.
That's fair.
That's just what like the Veyron came out the same time. And,
Yeah, it did.
You
Yeah.
know, and it was like way faster. And back then, it's like
yeah.
That's all anybody cared about. This
I'm
was
not
like,
saying that's justified.
this
or
was like
anything.
when-
GTR
this was like when
attainable
two
when
in-
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
when two incredible movies come out the same weekend, but
Yes.
one of them is like way more, like they just had way more marketing money,
Yep.
and like everybody's going to see that first, so the other one's slept on.
When was
like,
the last time that happened?
I want to say Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Oh,
I feel
right,
like Oppenheimer
Barbenheimer.
got not as
Oppenheimer.
much marketing because like you're comparing it
Oppenheimer,
to
that's a good
like
one.
like compared to Barbie. I feel like you can't market a movie as much as you did the Barbie movie. But I feel like also people went to see that.
But also,
But
I
that's
didn't
a
see
good
trailers for either one on TV. Granted,
Yeah, I
I
saw
don't
all of
watch
them
a
on,
lot
like,
of TV
YouTube.
anymore that
Yeah.
like shows me trailers.
Well, anyway.
There's, like Netflix
Yeah.
and so on.
We're
but,
still talking LFA.
Oh yeah, we
here.
went down a
Right.
rabbit hole fast.
But
Anyway,
yeah,
back to
so
the
like
LFA.
the LFA's rad. They didn't make a lot of them. You don't see them a lot. They're like cool, unique.
Damn it.
Also, they give me really like this is going to sound dumb, but let me make the patience. They remind me of the Previa. Here's why. Okay.
Patience indeed.
Yeah, I'm on the edge. Of my seat.
Okay.
Toyota made a van so over-engineered. Fuck you, David. You take back that technical foul right now.
I just got yellow carded by Benny right now. All right, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I want to hear. I want to see where this goes.
I want to say, just bleep this out.
Okay, I will.
I wish Gary swallowed you.
Oh my god! It doesn't even make sense.
Oh, it does.
It makes sense.
It does. When a man loves a woman, David.
Sometimes he masturbates by himself.
You see, after the first child, things start to get a little boring.
Okay, so yeah,
shit.
cut that bit out.
Oh,
You can
no,
leave the
we were saying
laughter.
that
I
for
don't
us.
care.
We're
Yeah,
not
yeah. But so it reminds me of the Previa. Here's why. Toyota over-engineered the shit out of the Previa. It's a proven fact. Look it up. They spent a lot of money to make a van that was weird.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I'm sorry to,
And they
to
didn't
stop you
have
so
to.
short, but we need to go over what over-engineered even means.
They spent a lot of money and did unnecessary things just to make something cooler.
Or
And
work. in
yeah,
that
or
way.
better. Like the Previa is mid-engined. Everything that you need to like fluids and all this stuff is under the hood. You can add they put in an extra oil reservoir because the engine's on its side, so the valve covers leak continuously from the moment it was on the showroom floor. The valve covers are leaking.
That's a hell
So
of a
what did
feature.
Toyota do? Well, we want to fit this engine under this van sideways. Let's put 5 quarts worth of extra oil reservoir under the teeny weeny little hood so that you always have enough oil. And if that thing starts to get low, add more.
Wow.
Brilliant, right? That's brilliant.
Sure.
The middle row of seats spin around. They only did that they didn't sell. Nobody else sold something
I
that
don't
did
think
that
so.
here. I don't think.
No.
Right?
No, wait. There's that weird Ford like.
Not a minivan.
not a
yeah,
minivan.
Yeah.
I mean, like they had the Volvo wagons with the backwards facing seats, whatever.
Oh,
but
those
like
are so cool.
they did that. They had two. They were optional with two sunroofs, a front sunroof and a back sunroof.
Yeah.
They came in a manual. They came supercharged. You couldn't get both at the same time, but they were both available.
Toyota did the same thing with the MR2.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did over engineer.
Very weird.
Yeah. And Lexus did the same thing. It's a completely pointless car that they made and lost money on, and we're like, look what we can do.
Yeah.
So
it's
I like
the engineers going, hey, look how far we can piss.
Yeah.
Look at us write our name in the snow.
I like
Look
what
at
you
it.
said about the oil reservoir thing. That reminds me of a bit of under engineering just to make things easy on the factory floor for Triumph. They made the rear lights wiring harness the same as the gauge lights. And I didn't
God.
find this out
I was there.
until I left a friend's apartment, and then I get in, my gauge lights aren't working. I'm like, whatever, something's always broken. I'll fix it. I'll replace the fuse when I get home. There's only like 3 of them. I pass like some guy like bam straight past me. I'm like, dude, there's a cop right there. You're gonna get pulled over. He gets pulled over. I laugh at him. I'm at the left turn light. I get pulled over. My taillights are out.
I think you told us this story in the pullover, Barbie.
I think I did.
I mean, we might
But
have been,
here's the thing,
we were drunk, but it fits here as
It
well.
fits here,
yeah,
but the
that's
thing
a
is
good
that
one.
has not aired, and it was because it was one of our many broken episodes that we had to redo.
Eh.
So
Oh, you're right. We have to redo that one. Did we redo that one?
Not
already?
yet.
Oh, okay. That'll be fun.
Well, I'll expand on it later. But that's, fuck it. That's the story.
yeah,
Okay.
I got plenty of others.
But yeah,
you keep that
that's-
one.
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's why I picked the Lexus LFA.
Okay.
All right, Benny. Here's a question though: how much is an LFA now? Because the Nürburgring ones are like over $1 million.
No, the
don't-
ones that we found were like 9 and
Yeah, this was
change.
just
Fair.
standard LFA.
Standard one.
Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
a
Nothing
regular-
wrong with that.
Regular
Since you're so
one.
curious, David,
Yep.
what the hell did you choose?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
I'm
me now.
Oh, yeah.
very curious.
I'm gonna lose mostly because I feel like price wise.
There's really no winners or losers in this
There's
bit.
no
This is
winners
just
because
us,
I.
yeah.
but
Yeah, unless you're
Benny's
wrong.
choice
Yeah, but Ben's choice is still
is
ridiculous.
right.
Well,
it is.
ridiculous.
It's fantastic. I was panicking. I got the news late. We were doing this, so I was like, I'm going to have to freestyle here. So I looked through a Dubai dealership to be like, what's a lot? And they were like Bravest G-Wagons. I'm like, that's cool. It's functional. They were like the I thought about the Ultimate Aventador because it's like the last V12 Lamborghini you're going to get, and you can't get an SVJ. Or you could, but like
not for under $1 million bucks.
Venenzo? What is that other one?
that's the Veneno. That's
Oh,
that's
the Veneno. That's the
5 million
concept.
at least.
Yeah,
That
okay,
thing's,
that's what I thought,
stupid.
though. That
That's
thing
like
was
that's
ridiculous.
like
But
no,
that
I
is
saw one. I
Rabbit
saw
Con.
one on that website, James Edition, for 9.
Whoa, so
Yeah.
that is technically
I didn't know
the
they
last
actually
V12
produced
one,
that.
right?
They made 6 of them.
No, the Ultimate
They
was
made
made
6
after. They made the
It was?
Veneno
Hardtop,
a while
6
ago.
convertibles.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Oh,
that was
yeah.
made
Yeah.
after. Okay.
And they both
The
look
Veneno was like
insane. Sorry, that was
I thought the
You're
Veneno,
okay.
yeah, the Veneno was like maybe 2000.
It's like the Reventon, but like
I think it was before that.
Now.
at
Was it?
much.
No.
No, that's probably about right, actually.
I think it was like 10 to 12, somewhere in there.
We're
What?
looking it up.
I
What
think
was?
I'm going to say 2012, 2013.
what?
Okay, yeah, because
The Veneno.
Because James, I remember, or not James, Richard Hammond tested it. It was
No,
so
that was
cool.
the Sesto Elemental.
That's
That
That's
was
yeah,
what I
that
was
was-
thinking. No,
yeah.
not the. Okay, so, but that one has. So is that technically the last year of a V12 Lamborghini?
That was a V10.
That was.
Yeah, that was a
I thought it was
Gallardo.
12.
I mean, that was a Huracan essentially. That one was.
So yours is that's the last.
The Veneno is the
I
Aventador,
was
but
wrong.
just like way
4
crazy.
coupes, 9 roadsters. So
Anyway,
12, still 12.
the
13.
Veneno.
That's close enough.
Those
Yeah.
things are rare. Yeah, and they're expensive. And I was like, no, that's not really.
Oh,
I
they
was
were
go-
2013, 2014.
Nailed it.
Yeah, no, Andrew was
Nailed it. And I know that
The
because
Veneno?
it was released when I had gotten into this.
Interesting.
That was one of the first like supercar hypercars that you would have been
Pretty
reading
much, and I was
about
like, "Oh
as
my
you get into
god!"
cars,
What?
Yeah.
They went to some Italian middle school and had a little contest for the next Hot Wheel, and they just
For real.
took that idea. That's a very common statement. This
So
is
what-
not a micro.
But back to David.
What car did you pick?
I picked the 911 Dakar.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's
You can-
why.
Okay.
I picked it because
Great
now
choice.
it's like
Great
400
choice.
grand. You're gonna have to get one on like the resale market, and like if you got that money, I would want something. I love San Diego. I'm not leaving, and the roads here are mids, so you got to get something. If you hit a pothole, you're like, that's nothing to me. And you also have something expensive, rare, and I'm assuming extremely fun. Now,
Yeah.
will it be super fun on like the freeway compared to, I don't know, another 911 Turbo? maybe not.
I don't know. Maybe because the
But, like-
body roll might be so exaggerated.
Yeah, you're like-
on and off ramps and stuff. It might be fun.
If
Yeah,
you
well,
like-
you got all that flash. That's a good choice, man.
I was thinking of the same thing,
You
David.
said Ben. You meant David.
I understand.
No, I didn't say Ben.
I thought you did.
No, I
Either
didn't say
way.
any
No.
name.
I think you
Okay.
made a good choice. I think I made a good choice.
No, the only
but,
reason
like,
I didn't pick what you picked is because I was like, I still have 500, 600 grand to play with.
which is
Man.
that's kind
Oh.
of a positive because you can
that's a
have
good
this
choice,
and
man.
then you can go get yourself, I don't know, a normal
Well,
car.
no, that's like that should have been the other part of
But-
the rule. I didn't bring it up, so it doesn't matter now. But I was like, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, I
I understand that.
But like, that's
But
fine.
like, I'm thinking,
Yeah, that's still
You
like
got
a
that.
dope
It's
car.
It's a
functional.
great car.
you can, it's people will be like, whoa, cool. Would I have it in the Rothman's livery? Maybe, probably.
But you can
Yes.
also like,
Yeah.
you can drive that
But,
thing
like,
on
you can also
gravel.
get a
You can
normal
like do whatever
color.
you
It looks
want.
super
in that.
cool. But
It's
you can,
like
let's
unstoppable.
say
Yeah.
I was at the Wave game, like the women's soccer game, and they have like they have a dirt lot that you can park on. And I was like, if I had a normal 911, that's why I thought there would be roads because
Right.
And you show up and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna scratch up all the undercarriage of my car. It's all
Everything.
carbon. And whereas this thing, you're like, this is so cool. I'm
Yeah.
doing it in this, and it would make you want. Here's my other thought: it would make you want to take up hobbies because the one I saw in like the States that was for sale was like 400 grand, exactly 400, and it had the ski rack and like all the shit up top. And
Oh,
like I
very
could
popular
drive this, go
nowadays.
skiing.
Yes.
Question.
'Cause, like, why not? Yeah, Benny.
What? So you picked the Dakar, sure, fine, good. Did it cross your mind at all that
No,
the
Lamborghini one?
Huracan version of this, like the
Yes.
off-roady Huracan
It did.
thing? I forgot what it's
that,
called,
I
but
feel like, to be honest, it's probably about the same price. I didn't look
Very-
up.
yeah, I was
Maybe
gonna
I
say
don't
it's
remember
pretty
seeing
close.
that at Dakar though.
What?
I don't
That's the
remember
thing. That's
seeing
what
that
I
at
told
Dakar.
Chuck. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
got no history to
Yeah.
it. Like, there's no.
That's true.
That's-
No,
that's-
hey,
that's
that's
merely
me.
a fact-
That's what
fact.
I was. That's why I was asking. I was
think
just
that-
curious if you like considered that at all, because like
did.
kind of same idea with 4 more cylinders,
and
but
the Lamborghini, but like,
Like,
when like ooh-ah,
it ain't
but
called the Dakar.
That's it.
Never having.
So no, that's fine. I was just wondering if you like
pay the extra 200
played that
grand
through your
over
head
retail
at all.
just to have it say Dakar on the back of it or whatever. And if it didn't, and if it had like the model designation delete, I wouldn't buy it. But that's just a me personal thing because, well,
Hey,
why
listen,
else would you get one?
at least you're not paying as much as those less than smart people paid for their 911Rs.
Right.
that part.
Plus, it's like this
Yeah.
is completely different from that.
It is,
They might
yeah.
make some more, but it's not like a GT3 RS. Like,
It's always
they'll
gonna be
make one.
limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always going to be super. Even if they make like another version of it later down the road,
It's not going to be
like,
called
Yeah.
the Dakar.
Yeah.
So it'll just be the 911
Well, it just
Go
might be
Anywhere
like
package.
it might just be like a.
Package.
They're not doing that because they're probably going to be all electric.
Yep.
I stick with my decision.
Yeah,
I
that's a
think I
good
made
one. That's a
Very
pretty
good.
good one. Yeah.
That's
All
a
right,
good
so we
one.
hear you next, Andrew.
All right.
1, 2, shoot.
Good choice.
You made a good choice, Benny.
You go, bud.
Oh, that means you go.
Oh, you want? Okay, all right. I lost. I go. All right. So I chose.
You guys
for-
should have come up with that before you did that, by the way. But that's okay.
What?
If who
What?
wins loses or who
Oh, it's
loses
fine.
wins.
Why bother? It's fun to just figure it out.
Doesn't
It's
matter,
fun.
yeah.
Objective at this point,
It
fellas.
just means I get to choose. That's all.
Yeah.
Which I could have from before, but whatever.
You should have had a finger gun duel.
Yeah.
Whoever draws first.
Oh, that would be a fun way to do it. Oh, yeah.
Nah, Andrew's wrists can't take that. He's already
What the hell? Anyway,
So I chose.
Oh, he's already got
for
that bowling brace on.
$600,000. You can get the Gumpert Apollo SS, and a lot of people will say that it's a hideous car. I don't care.
Can you pull up a picture of this thing? Because I think I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
will.
1,000% sure.
The Gumpert Apollo is supposedly a face only a mother could love, and that makes me her mother because I love this car. It is,
Hold on.
it looks like
Sure.
one of those expensive kind of kits that you make to like track race.
Is this the one
in
with the
some kinda
spoiler that
prototype
like
class.
turns with the car, or is that something else?
I thought
Wait,
that was
why is it now the Apollo?
what?
Didn't they rebrand and be like?
I don't think that's a
Gumpert?
super ugly car. It just looks like a race car.
yeah.
Didn't,
see, and
didn't GTA 5?
this
have-
is this she
Oh.
that
Yeah.
she's the one. Sex, love this orange color.
Wait, but it's called an Apollo now, and they.
It's
look-
always been the Apollo.
It's always been the
No,
Apollo.
no.
Yeah.
The company is called Apollo.
No, that's different.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Google
is.
it.
No,
Gumpert is the manufacturer.
Yeah.
Nope.
It
It's
is.
now. I feel like they have now gone to become.
Yeah, maybe, but at the time that was Gumpert. That was who made that car.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I could swear this thing's in GTA 5, right?
No,
You know what this
something that
looks like?
It,
You know what
it
this
looks like a
looks like?
GTA car.
It does,
That's the
actually.
thing.
It looks-
Like
it
that's
does-
that's.
it looks like
it's
a
not
GTA
ugly.
car.
It just looks like.
It looks like what
you
were
know.
those? What were those like? What was that like? The oh man, it's like a Vauxhall V220 or whatever those things were. That like it looked like the
Oh,
the
VX220.
Opal. The
Yes.
Opal looked like it too. This looks like a swollen, steroided, racy one of those,
It's so
Kinda.
good looking.
in my opinion.
But it's a German manufactured car. Was featured on Top Gear, which
Gumpert.
if any of you listening at home know, I'm a huge fanboy for Top Gear. And they had it on there and it went around the track at like 117.1 or something.
what track?
Their Top Gear test track, their short and fast one, their original one.
Yeah.
And the only thing that beat it was like the Ariel Atom, random Ferrari, I think, and I think the McLaren afterwards, the P1 or whatever, the photocopier, whatever the came next. And then yeah, and
What does it use?
What
the
motors
M,
in it?
the M.
They are now Apollo, the brand.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Okay, so they changed.
We were past that.
Doesn't matter.
That's a good question. I'm such a fanboy of this car. I never really figured that out. I just like
Oh.
it was one of those poster cars for me. No, it was a
It's
poster
like
car
a
for me.
twin turbo V8. Yeah.
Yeah, 3.3 liter V8, so it's a like high revving V8.
It's the Audi motor, I think.
Maybe.
The one that they like the OG R8 one.
Now I don't remember the R8 motor being that small, but I could be wrong.
I think it's a 4.2.
Engine, yeah, Audi V8. You're right. 90-degree V8, which is that also explains like my love for the way it sounds because I never knew that, but it's an Audi V8, and I have a hard on for like Audis in general and VWs, so that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, this is just a weird, funky car. Would hit that rare mark. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't see that.
I've personally not seen one in the flesh. I've always wanted to. I would kill. I would die.
I don't think I have
whatever.
either.
Question though,
Yo,
is that streetable anywhere in the U.S.?
I don't think so. That's
I
He
feel
just,
like
he
it
just
should
said
be.
street legal, not the
That's
U.S.
true. Doesn't have to be here. That's fine.
But,
sure,
oh.
we'll
Just
go
make
with
it
it
is
that.
definitely in
Okay.
Germany,
Yeah, you can drive
in
places.
England.
That's fine. All right.
I would like, I'd hit up Mr. Canepa and be like, "Hey, sir, excuse me, could you import this for me?" Like, I would anything to get like one of these one day.
I know
Yeah,
you can't
it's so
see
cool.
out of the back, so functionality is a down
Yeah, I don't-
for me on there, Chuckster. But
David, when I put my enemies behind me, I don't care.
100%.
You got to
What?
find out what that is in German, bud.
You're gonna have
Yeah, I
to cut
do.
this out, but it's funny you said I would do anything for one of these because you can't just suck it going anymore.
No, I can't.
So that's
Why not?
that's out the window.
Because I'm out.
Because it's the whole point is that you have to be straight and suck it.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh.
sacrifice.
You're right.
Oh, I see what you're
but
saying.
Being,
Okay.
Being a
It's okay,
pansexual.
Chuck. If I needed to, and I was presented the opportunity, I'd suck it so that you could have that car.
Thanks, man. You're a good friend.
Chuck? I'd probably also suck.
Damn,
You
David,
have
what a homie.
Ooh,
As long as I get to drive it whenever, wherever I
Here's the one
so
thing, though.
choose.
Here's the one thing you guys can cash in on.
That's
if
the caveat.
If the dude that's selling you a car is like, and you're like, he's like, oh, so like $1 million in a blowjob, I'll be like, well, I got this friend. He's like, you know, he'll do it for like 50,000. You'd be like, all right, come here, you know. But I'll just pretend that I don't like it. Just so y'all can buy your car. So, you know, whatever. If there's some weirdo out there that says, you know, $1 million in a blowjob, I'll get you that car.
I retract my offer.
Come on, man.
There's gonna be so
Don't
many,
be like a
weird
dad.
cuts in this- There's gonna be a lot of weird cuts in this episode because that's gonna cut out too.
Just leave it in. Who cares?
yeah, whatever.
Barvio started early.
Okay, well,
Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Let's go.
is it? I'm assuming it's mid-engine in the rear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Just how Chuck likes it.
Well played, sir.
Thank you.
so
Keep that in, take it out. I don't give a
speaking of rear,
Here we go.
I chose the 1972. I think is kind of like around when it was made.
Pull it up.
Just a Porsche.
Please. Thank you. Sorry.
Porsche 904 Carrera GTS. I think it's one of the prettiest cars ever made. It
Yeah.
has the 4-cylinder in the production model, so the very few that raced out of those, some of them got 6-cylinder engines, and those are the ones that are worth the big money. Those aren't the ones I can afford with $1 million. Some of the 904s I can't afford with $1 million. But recently enough, and I mean post-COVID, despite the fact that some of them sell for like 1.2 and
1.7
upward,
I saw,
1.7, there was a couple of them that sold for just under $700,000.
Yeah, 617 on one of them and 641 on the other one.
That's, I mean,
All right,
that's a hell of a car.
Enough
this-
to believe that
this
was
thing-
not some fluke.
Yeah.
This thing looks unstoppable.
This thing-
It's a bullet.
It
It's
looks
beautiful.
It's got the
Seinfeld has
cam
one
back.
of these. This
It's
is
got
the
the
one I
little
was talking
hatch
about.
so you can get the spare wheel out with the red nose.
This is.
But you wouldn't be able to get
This
that one.
Probably not. but
That's
he
a
can
hell
paint
of a
it.
car. That's a hell of a car.
I've stared at this car for hours at a time. There's just always something to look at and appreciate all over again. I don't care if it's, really any fast by today's standards. I'm used to it. I just, every time I think of what is the most beautiful car to me, I think of that.
I'm surprised that's kind of under. Well, not.
and that
one.
would be such
good
an
choice.
incredible driving experience
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like
Anywhere.
just in the canyons, anywhere. That's like the definition of slow car fast,
You take that up Mulholland Drive,
and
it'd be
it's still
amazing.
like pretty fast.
Or at, what is it, Lilac or whatever?
Yeah,
you
lilac.
Yeah.
Angeles Crest.
Yeah,
Through
any of you
there.
Californians out there listening to this, those are some good spots. Actually, real quick, Lilac's probably one of my favorites. And what's another good spot? Anyone else can you think of?
Gopher Canyon Road.
Oh,
and
Gopher Canyon's a fun
Gopher
spot.
Canyon,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
rad.
Gopher Canyon goes into West Lilac, I think, right?
Oh yeah, because it takes you out to the old 395.
Yeah.
Leaving Rancho Santa Fe Cars and Coffee, if you don't go towards like the 5,
Going
and
through
just
Dolphin?
go like
Highway Del Dios?
No, like
Oh,
right up there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but
Oh,
if you
it
pretty
goes
much
along
go,
the lake, I think.
sure.
Yeah.
If you go any direction, it's just windy roads. It's
Yeah.
rad. Up there would be fun.
I was kind of being sarcastic with the Gopher Canyon one, but I was like, I did have fun.
No,
driving.
Gopher
No,
Canyon's
Gopher Canyon's
that's
fun
a
road,
fun
yeah.
It's
road.
not very long, but it's a fun little drive. Oh,
I hit it in FRS. That was fun.
me and my dad, he took us out in his S4, the V8, up the Green Dragon. It's I think it's like a road between Ohio and Virginia or something.
No, are you talking about the tail of the dragon?
Tail of the Dragon. That
You went on the
one.
tail of the dragon?
Yeah, with my dad in his
Oh
Audi.
my God,
Yeah,
that's
that
cool.
was super. That was a very cool drive.
That's
Those-
sick.
That's just
Isn't that in
pure-
the south somewhere?
No, that is between like Ohio and
No,
Virginia, or
yeah.
Virginia and West
Well,
Virginia.
Ohio
so
and
or
Virginia
Kentucky.
don't touch, do they?
It's like Kentucky and Tennessee.
It's not
or
that
something.
long of a road. I think it's up. I thought it was up northeast, like
No,
Maryland or
it's
something.
Virginia, near Virginia. I remember we were visiting Virginia. for
Appalachia.
something.
It's in Appalachia. Yeah, it's got to
And-
be.
Yeah, and Ben's looking it up right now. So I was on that with my dad in his S4, the 4.2
Did you-
V8.
did you-
Swain County, North Carolina.
North
Oh, there
Carolina.
you go.
Did you pass the tree of shame? One of them. I'm sure there's many of them.
Would assume so.
The
Where
tree of shame
everyone
is where you hang
crashes.
up your broken car parts.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, especially motorcycles, like busted up fairings. So that's mine. They raced them in the 70s. I don't know if any famous people really ever
Raced
drove
them.
it, but
What's
it's
that guy's
it's
name?
not
They
really in
made a
any movies. But
documentary
it
about
is.
who raced
I think
Porsches
it's-
forever, but I think he was after this.
It's one of those really underrated Porsches.
Hurley Haywood. Thank you, David.
yeah, it's a gorgeous car. Absolutely stunning.
And the wheels, the size of the wheels, that goes to tell you how tiny
And
this thing
the
is.
wheels are excellent.
They're stunning.
Listen, I've always loved Steelies. Like
Yeah.
most
Wonderful.
Steelies, especially that era and variety, are just beautiful.
Look at those
All right.
skinny tires.
That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a fun little.
And
drive.
that's
I like
the
that.
news.
Let's get a jingle.
Ooh. Are you guys gonna give me one, or am I gonna just do one of these?
Do the
Dakar.
What?
Oh, what? No.
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 Nah.
No.
Okay.
Fine.
Do
Jesus.
the what's that super fancy Toyota like the basically the Rolls Royce Toyota.
The
Oh,
Crown.
the Sentry,
Crown.
the new Sentry that's coming out. Have you seen that? The SUV. It has
Oh,
a sliding
not the
door in the
Sentry.
side,
No.
and inside's like a what's that Rolls Royce? The Cullinan. It looks kind of like
Oh,
that,
the Cullinan,
but it's
yeah,
made by
yeah.
Oh.
Toyota. It looks so sick. They just like released photos of it.
I've never heard
I don't
of
know if
this.
it'll be for sale here or not, but
We'll do
it's
the
fucking
Crown.
rad.
Do the Crown?
Yeah,
Easy.
easy.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get a good rhythm.
Ooh.
I've got.
Has your Toyota Crown fallen down and left you with a frown? Then call Carvio today at 855-951-3335.
I was gonna go
That
the
was
same route, a little cornier, but yeah,
Let You Down was where I was going.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good one too.
Well, but I was like
Fell
Crown,
down,
fallen
I was
down.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, has that Crown I don't know. Let's move on.
Carvio.com.
So this week I actually pulled a Matchbox diecast, which I
Ooh,
think
I'm just kidding.
I think we all need more of these because they cover some of the more attainable
Yeah,
cars.
I
the
agree.
more regular
Which we did talk about.
things.
That was
you
a
know,
fun
yeah.
little chat we had the other day.
I have
We were
some
like, we
sick
should get some more
Matchboxes.
Matchbox ones. They
Yeah.
got some crazy stuff.
This car in particular is still not one of those cars.
Today I
really.
picked a farm trailer.
It's the BMW 1M. I'm pretty sure I picked this car up while I was working at a BMW dealership. At this point, I had gotten to know what was overrated, underrated, and well-rated when it came to their models. At the time, their motto was kind of hyper cheesy. It was the ultimate driving machine.
Yeah.
Is how they
not
branded their
still
product.
their model?
That's all.
Motto?
I
That's their
thought.
motto.
It might
still,
be.
to this day.
It's kind of silly to be. I always thought it was like a little over the top, but I still have a disposable, unopened water bottle
Oh, yeah.
that the dealership would like custom make the labels, and I kid you not, it is branded the ultimate drinking water.
Yo, that was...
Yo, you could probably sell that on eBay for 5-6 figures.
Dude, you know
I
one of the
certainly
fun-
hope so.
What?
So the funny thing was is
That's
that I worked
hilarious.
Oh,
across
you know
the
those
street
people that
at
buy,
this
like,
VW
Cheetos?
dealership, and the best part
Look
about
like
it was is
Jesus.
that you would always show up in these snazzy ultimate driving machines and go, haha, VW, and have your ultimate drinking water, and be sweating your ultimate manly sweat, your ultimate driving machines and shit. Dude, like that was just... We made fun of that for a long time when when he showed me that.
Das
model.
garbage, bye!
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, you see that M3 that just wah right past your dealership? He's like, was that you? I'm like, that was me.
Yeah, because I'd be out in like the lube bay, like changing oil on something or something, and I just hear, wah! Wah! Yeah.
Stopping at the stoplight.
How's that Jedi?
GLI going,
Yeah, the Jedi he's working on squirting all over.
just mad and pissing oil everywhere.
When I worked at Toyota, anytime this would happen like more often than you would hope. Would stick, we had those like pressurized oil guns that came from the ceiling. You guys
Yeah.
had them
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
because
Uh-huh.
somebody would put it in the wrong angle and it would just squirt all that on him and all over him. And you just hear the whole shop just like from one end to the other just go Exxon Valdez.
That's funny, yes. That's great. I had, real fast, last story real quick. We had an idiot at a lube shop that I worked at. It was it was actually the Sinfast that was right over there where we used to work.
Yeah.
And they left one of those open and didn't pay attention and like poured out like 15 quarts or more onto the floor of fresh oil. It
That
was
also
such
happened.
A mess, dude.
That
oh
was
my god.
that was not an uncommon thing. It wasn't
a-
common, but it wasn't. It was more common than you
I'm
would
pretty
hope.
sure that's like a finable hazard.
100%.
Yeah.
You know how much kitty litter our shop had just like strewn about
everywhere.
everywhere.
Not a single cat in sight.
We had like a pallet of it, dude.
Well, anyways, the 1M is one of those models that truly lived up to this motto. Did I say motto twice, or did I say model twice?
I thought you said model
Yeah.
with an L two
Yeah.
times.
Let me slow that down. The 1M is one of those models that truly live up to this motto.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. Don't sweat it. So let's get it out of the way. It is the 1M and not the M1. It deviates from the M line's standard M then number convention due to the incredible fact that there exists out of the, I think it was a 70s,
80s?
80s, no 70s. It was 70s. Yeah, and an
Might have been
M1,
both, but
which I'm sure at least one of us has in their. No, wait, I got one on my desk.
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah, I have one open on my desk. It's me. I'm the M1 guy.
I'm him.
For the sake of episode longevity, I'll go over the BMW alphanumeric designations real quick.
Oh, you're just gonna confuse our listeners.
Nope.
No,
Basically,
you got it.
Not Russell's guy.
basically, the bigger
probably
the
gets
number, the bigger the car. The I in every model name just stands for injected, which is short for fuel injected. Anytime there are more,
but no, it doesn't.
what does it stand for? Ingersoll?
Apparently, like
Intelligent?
at some point now, electric, because the i3, the i8, the
Well, yeah,
i7.
electric cars aren't injected.
Yeah, but they
were
still
saying
have
I. Is
I.
what he's saying.
No, they didn't. They call it an E.
Dude, what?
No,
Yeah.
the 320.
No. The hybrids still had the I.
The 320e, but I'm saying the i3 is a fully electric.
Oh,
golf
yeah,
cart.
yeah, but I'm talking about
Yeah.
like the suffix.
Okay, you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like you didn't say that, so that now we're clarifying. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah, thank you for
Continue.
clarifying.
You're
He's
welcome.
going to confuse some people.
No,
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like-
I was going to confuse them, yeah.
You're gonna be like, wait, I thought those were electric, but they're injected with
Electricity.
electricity.
While we're on the
Thunder!
subject of the
Lightning!
i3 and the i8, the i3, underrated.
Oh,
No, the
get
i3
out of
is
town.
horrendous.
Terrible
It's
car.
a golf cart
Oh
on
my
bicycle
gosh.
tires
Yeah.
made out of
No.
trash.
Enough.
No.
First, no,
Underrated.
The trash
They
interior
are
is
so
cool.
fun.
Let me explain something to you. The regenerative braking in that car is the worst.
Turn it
most
off.
No, I didn't know there was an option for
Yeah,
that.
then
when I
be
drove one of
quiet.
those. All right, fair enough.
The
That thing
i8,
sucks.
the i8 is just a you know when your
Way
parents say I'm
overrated.
not angry, it's just
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the i8.
Yeah.
It's cool looking,
But I'm
Yeah.
also
Looks great.
fucking
Yeah.
angry.
Looks
But you're
like-
going to pay
Yeah, but it looks like it should have 700 horsepower, not
Yeah.
like 4.
literally the same amount of horsepower as an M3.
But
Yeah.
okay,
But-
right. But it looks like it should have
Yeah,
substantially
oh yeah,
more
I know,
horsepower
that's
than
what I'm saying. Like
M3.
you're paying people were paying $200,000 for
Yeah.
these when they came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For,
That's
for a
insane.
carbon fiber bodied M3.
There's some
Yeah.
girl I used to
so
work
overrated. i3 underrated. So fun. I always enjoyed driving those around the
It's-
lot.
It's the same concept of like when you have a car that's powered just enough and it's got skinny little tires on it, you just go take it around corners. It's
Well,
like
it's
on
so-
the edge of
yeah.
franticness. It
It's so
feels
bottom
good
heavy.
and lively. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got to move on.
All right.
with. Wait, one
So-
quick thing. I'm
what?
sorry.
What do you want?
This like girl that I used to work with was like dating some guy who had an i8. She was like, "Look what my boyfriend drives," and I was like, "F***ing break up with him." This guy, what a schmuck! Like this
Schmuck
won't
indeed.
it won't last. It won't last. I'm telling you right now. You're gonna hate. He's fake. This is the fakest. You think that's a sports car just because the doors go up? It's like a Prius underneath.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Okay, I'm sorry. That's all.
All right, so
I was right.
bigger
though.
the number, bigger the car.
Shit didn't last.
The I suffix just stands for injected, for fuel injection.
Thank you for that clarification.
Anytime there are more letters than that in the model name, it's just better, okay? add the M prefix to the model name, and you get big frooms, tight road feel, and all that. So that makes the 1 Series like the smallest modern vehicle BMW has put in the American market, excluding cars from the Z line, which is like the roadsters. Like the 2 Series, it did not come with a 4-door option, but it still had rear seats.
Oh, but the 2 Series comes with a 4-door option now.
I'm sure
Yeah,
it
which
does.
is dumb.
The Grand Coupe.
It's a Corolla.
Yeah. It kind of looks like a large upside down tub
is.
with wheels on it. So really pretty small. They have the wheelbase of an 80s Jeep, the ground clearance of a Corvette, the width height ratio of an ancient pyramid stone.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd be familiar with that.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And in the case of the 1M itself, treading on the fine line of hell yeah and oh
Dude, I saw somebody an orange one into a bunch of trees in front of a house on Mount Soledad. You just see it like at an angle like this in the trees, and all you see is the ass on the roof.
Barak Hashem. BMW has made a perfect sport car.
said Barack is in Obama in this gem, which
No,
is like
Baruch.
close enough. It's
He got it.
Baruch.
You got it.
Good enough.
Baruch
Good.
Hashem.
I appreciate it. Oh my God, I was not expecting that. Okay, sorry.
Non-arguably, it's the best car that they had put out in this class since the BMW 2002 Turbo, like 40 years prior. Arguably, it's the best car they have ever made, all things considered. And if you're the type of guy that's just, starting out on his family, high school sweetheart, pregnant,
By far the best car.
hold on, pregnant, right? Very pregnant. Buy one of these. You can't race a house, and by the time it comes around that your child can no longer fit in the rear seat because it's like 2 years old now, it's probably going to appreciate to an even better down payment.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I think they've appreciated.
Flip it after a couple of years, you could probably make a good
Wait,
amount of money on it.
they haven't appreciated, but if you sold them now, you'd get exactly what you paid for it, regardless of mileage.
I'm getting there, Dave.
They
Sorry.
appreciate it a little bit.
I appreciate your comments, though.
I
To make
Yep.
matters better for once, this is still a very attainable car. You might be paying something equivalent to a sticker price for a slightly used model, but that is the price you pay, and it's not a bad one. We're talking around $70,000. If you're in the market for a Mark V Supra, you may as well go all in and get this thing.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
You bring up a great point.
You can't
You're-
race
you're
a
paying-
house.
You're paying what, a touch more than you would be for a brand new M2,
Yeah.
which has a less desirable pretty much everything.
And way more expensive to fix if you
Yeah.
bump it into a wall, I guess, which you
Yeah.
probably will because I don't know.
Or
you
like
suck at driving.
into a bunch of trees.
Admittedly, due to the 1M short run, there isn't really that much to speak on it. It was likely killed off due to not meeting the practical standards being sought after by most customers those days.
It wasn't even killed off. They just made the M2.
No, they didn't move on to the M2. The M2
took a
came
while.
way after.
Yeah.
They killed off the 1 Series, and the
Right.
smallest car they had was
No,
the
no,
Z4.
no. But then they brought back the M2 and
They
were
brought
like,
back the
this
2
is
Series
the
for like
same
2
thing.
years, made the M2 and like 30,000
They
models.
still make an M2.
Yeah, and it made
I like the M2, so don't get me wrong.
Weston has
Anyway,
an M2 competition, and he likes it a great deal. Even though I told him
He went from an M5 to an M2?
his dad had the M5.
Oh.
the point
He
is
went
that the
from an
car
F-150
didn't die
to an
out.
M2. Weston's doing well.
The car didn't die out because it was bad, because it's not. It died out because 2011 was only like 3 years after everybody lost their house.
Yeah.
So it came back as a 2 Series, which again, as an M car, are also nice, but it's just not quite the same thing. I regret to inform you that we have another 30 years to go from here.
Yeah, what a bummer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I don't know. The M2 just isn't, it's not it. It's close, but...
It's cool.
Yeah, especially
close
with the
only
limited
counts
slip
in horseshoes
differential.
and
those
hand
things-
grenades, people.
But those cars do feel nice. I just like every time I got to drive a 1 Series, even if it was a 128.
The 135s moved.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they
Those
did.
things
Yeah.
moved.
Oh, yeah, they
135
did.
was sick. Those things
Yeah.
were quick
Oh
as hell.
my God! I remember I got to drive one of those. I was
Unbelievable.
like,
They're
oh,
such
Even if
fun
you can
cars.
find an unclapped 135, you're in it for what, 20-something grand now?
Yeah, probably.
good choice.
Yeah.
Good car. Sweet.
And you're like
Oh.
40% of the way there probably to an M1 or a 1M.
If you're honestly looking
Yeah.
for like a car to have fun in, but like you need a trunk,
Yeah.
get that. And you want like
Get
lower
that.
insurance rates,
Yeah.
get that car.
Yeah.
It's
And you don't
it's
want kids?
stunning to drive. It
Get
is
that.
seriously such a blast.
Yeah.
And then you get the M, rip in peace. But anywho, let's have a jingle and we'll head on to the next segment.
Has your Jeep turned into a heap? Cut the bleep and sell it to Carvio. We will pick it up for free out of your driveway. Go to carvio.com or 855-951-3335.
We will pay you for it, maybe.
Most
Probably.
likely.
Jeeps are kind of hit or miss.
Unless you live in the middle of
We'll pay
nowhere,
for it.
then we'll pick it up for free.
Nah, Jeeps, we'll pay money
we'll-
for Jeeps.
All right, so
Not anything more than $500, but you know.
So it is now time for classified car of the week, Andrew.
Honk.
Who's playing this week? I think it's
just
just
me
us
and
three,
David.
right? Andrew, you decided to bow
Chuck.
out again this week?
Yeah.
for writing purposes.
Yeah, I you know,
That's okay.
I
picked the
get real
second one I
sensitive
found.
in competitive environments.
It's the Canadian way.
No, I'm not.
Unless it's hockey.
Yeah, unless it's hockey or the Canadian.
Or what, like curling?
No, Andrew, tell the great story of the Canadian Civil War.
It wasn't a civil war.
What was it?
It was an actual
You might have
battle, a World War II battle on Canadian
that's-
soil, and it
huh.
happened just down the road from where my mom grew up, and where I would always be when after preschool, and it was just my grandparents' house. But
You still go up there? They still have that house?
yeah, I think they sold it in like 2005 or something.
Is the battlefield on public property?
It wasn't on that property, but it was like just down the road,
like
like
public, like-
literally around the corner.
Right,
At the end of the
like,
street, you
is
take
it-
a left,
is it
and it
like
goes
si-
straight up into what used to be a delinquent boys' school.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
But is it public property today?
No. No, they
It's
tore
like
it down to make
people's
cookie cutter
backyards?
homes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I
Get
know.
out there with a metal detector and you're finding some shit that people will pay money for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is what you're expecting the wrong thing. So what happened
probably.
was during the war, England is like, we need to get these high-ranking German officers as far away from the war as possible. So they shipped them off to the colony.
Oh, they just turned Canada into a Nazi Australia.
Pretty much. So what
Sick.
happened is they
Good to know.
why
they
are we
put 'em
talking about
closer to
this?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I said I brought something up. But
He brought up the
I
story,
brought
and
up
now
the
we're
same
talking
thing
about
always.
it.
Yeah, no, we can't talk about this. This
But
is
anyway, it's an interesting thing.
maybe
Look it up.
maybe in Barvio I'll consent it.
But all right. So, anyways,
Consent it?
classified
Consent it.
week.
See,
Andrew, choose which one of us you want to go first. classifiers.
let's see.
Here it
We're
comes.
doing this eeny, meeny, miny.
Yeah.
eeny, meeny, miny, mo. If he hollers and keeps hollering, then you know you have to go. Fast and Furious. Yeah, whatever he says. Fast and Furious. Hey, hey, hey. You go, David. It's yours.
All right, the V.
All right.
Let me find his. There he is.
I picked this, the second one I found when I did on a quick Google search, because I was like, they're all about the same. So I was right. So I picked this one. It was probably the highest priced one I saw. However, it's the lowest mileage that I saw by like a good amount. So this is a 2011 BMW 1M. It is white, Alpine white specifically. It's it's exactly what a BMW 1M is. Google it. It looks clean. It doesn't look modified. It's got a black interior. It's a classic color combo. It's got the cool steering wheel, and it only has
The suede.
33,000 miles.
Is that the suede
Alpine
steering wheel?
White's a great color.
Alpine white is a great color.
It is.
And
It's a good looking car. How much is it running us, Dave?
this is going to run you $69,500.
Totally reasonable.
Pretty reasonable. I mean,
I think that's
honestly,
a great choice.
it's literally said good deal when I looked it up.
Yeah,
so I
it's
was like, I would agree. It is in Michigan, but I'd say arguably still it is a good deal because you know that this thing was garaged and cared for.
I actually saw this one.
$4,200 below market value. That's like
Exactly.
that means
I
something
I feel
somewhere.
like that's a pretty tough thing to calculate on these, but yeah. Andrew,
I
proceed.
saw this one with the other one that they're referring to. It was very close. It was like 30. It was also 30 something thousand miles, and I think it might have actually been a little less. I don't
Interesting.
remember. I don't.
Yeah.
I saw some that were like at 60,000 miles for like about 5-6 grand less than this, and I was like, well, obviously this is the one that you want. So
Yeah.
there you go. I think this is a good deal. If you're in Michigan at La Fontaine Classic Cars, you go ahead and go buy this thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you like white BMWs and like the ultimate driving machine, arguably, this is the one you want.
And you know what? On these engines, I mean, BMW engines are the tolerances are so low. You don't want one that was just collected.
Yeah.
33,000
Right.
miles on
Was
this
used
12-year-old
widely.
car is like a really nice amount
Number.
of driving.
Yeah.
That keeps it healthy.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a good buy.
I think that was a great pick, Dave.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Who's up? Literally second one I found. I was like, this is gonna be easy.
Who do you want to see next, buddy?
Chuck.
All right. I shall go.
I was like, I swear to God, if you eeny, meeny, money.
I know. I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't want to have to do that.
You're in your own Slack, aren't you?
There, it switched it to the bottom. It used to be at the top. All right.
All right.
All right. So this is the one I chose. I went a much different route.
Oh, you went with
that's-
the one. Oh, good
That's
choice.
135.
I like this. This is a good option.
Isn't it the base model of the one? Oh no,
No,
it's not.
135 is not
BMW.
base.
I chose the wrong
No,
car. That's
It's different.
Yeah,
But-
it goes.
All right,
It's
so
a good option.
I
Chuck-
was
Chuck
not paying
loses.
attention, so I'm disqualified. But
Chuck's
I found
making a value
no,
pick
no,
here.
no.
I found a BMW 1 for. I found the wrong model. Wasn't paying attention. But for 14,000, I was like,
You got the
what?
135 narrow body.
Dude,
the other one
I-
that we said was fun, and
Whoa.
like we said, it was a great price. 80,000 miles, $14,500.
That's good.
It's still
price.
pretty good. Yeah.
For and this one was in an accident. Just pointing that.
But
out.
here's the thing: the reason why I
Okay.
chose this one though, because regardless of the model, I was like, oh, that's a 1M that's been crashed. It's like you could do whatever you want to this. Yeah,
But
sure, you're not
it's-
going to make your money
You
back
can
like
still
you guys would.
do whatever you want to this, but instead of an 8, it's or not doesn't have an 8.
still
it's
not a
still
1M,
just
but
Yeah,
like
it's not-
that's
Yeah,
fine.
it's a
I didn't pay
6.
attention to.
Yeah.
It's a single turbo. BMW doesn't make twin turbos.
What?
Yeah.
I thought
Twin
the
scroll
35
is not twin.
Yeah, twins. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like got a
What?
little blade.
It's
Either way,
extra
these things whip,
thick.
and they're cool.
Kinda.
And I like your pick, Chuckster, because
Yeah.
you could still turn this into
Like you could have a
the
lot of fun
ultimate
with that.
driving machine. And like I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. This price is, I don't know, my Mercedes money.
That's
And it's
so-
a new
that's-
This for
BMW.
that's
me, like
easy.
I just saw
Yeah.
it like immediate Hoon mobile. It's been crashed.
Yeah.
Don't need a care. It's cheap.
Nope.
It's a it's
Yeah, you're
two-door.
Drive it how you want it.
You're
Driving
king
it
of carving
out.
the shit out of that thing.
So,
Good choice.
Good choice,
So
Chuck.
a baby 1M.
Technically, you're disqualified, but I like this.
Baby
You should-
1M.
Someone should look into buying one of these 135s.
I think it's a slick little whip. All right,
And the
Ben, you
wheels
are
are
up. So
cool.
it's-
Yeah, I am.
A Wooga. Okay, there's the thing. Oh my God, Benny, I saw
Pick the
this.
same one as David's.
God damn it.
Me and
I knew
David picked the
it
same
was
car.
suspicious when you were
When I
saying
was like,
what a
"Great
good
pick, Dave." Yeah. Yeah,
I knew he was
that's
onto
why
something.
we picked the
There was
same
literally
car.
And I
another
didn't
one
pay
that was
attention.
like just like it.
Mine's on eBay. Same everything. It's the same exact car.
Okay, well then
From
I guess
LaFontaine
you're
Classic
all
Cars.
disqualified.
Me and Benny
Congratulations.
So-
win.
What
Great
a
job,
win.
us.
Holy crap. All right, so you guys have a tie for the win, and I just have an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Wow.
How long did it take you to find this thing? Like 30 seconds?
So, 4.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
All right, well,
All right,
while we're here,
come on.
we'll as your bug become a stain on your rug, then sell it to Carvio, and we will give your wallet a hug. We will buy your car in almost any condition. Carvio.com or 855-951-3335. All right,
about-
fellas.
And 855. How about and Carvio? Visit both.
Yeah, not or and. You're right. And.
Yeah, we'll talk to you. Maybe.
Yeah. But I think to keep the momentum going, I think, boys, it's time for Bring a Trailer.
Bloopers!
Yes,
Sorry.
sir. Let's go. Get hyped.
That's going to sound crazy when I'm listening back to it. I hope.
Yeah, I'm
like
hoping
that.
that.
I hope Chuck's in your right ear and I'm in your left.
You got to figure out how to edit that one. But
Oh, I could.
know
I
how to do.
absolutely know. I could just pan
Oh my god!
stereos.
Make
Ben,
every
you go
episode
first.
like run away
Surround
when he's
sound.
screaming, look at you on both
You know
sides
what
of
I
your
could
speakers.
actually
It's one of my favorite parts.
when we have more like time and I have a little bit better editing app, I could actually make it so the voices like switch speakers so it sounds like they're in the middle of the room.
People don't have 4 ears.
That's complicated. I like that.
No, I could just do Ben and David, like when they have a conversation, put Ben on one speaker and David on the other, and it feels like you're in between them, and then when it switches to someone else, like...
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot of work.
That's a
not
lot.
very
We
inclusive
don't want to put you through
of
that.
us deafies.
What?
Oh, that's funny. The deafs.
Hear that?
No.
Okay.
You will in the recording.
So,
So, all right, you're already up, Ben, you're going first.
all right, I'm going first, and I think I picked a winner.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw Benny's and thought,
Chuck tried to pick
I
mine
did,
too.
I tried to pick
And I was
it.
like, that is mine. So,
I think the
this
fact
is,
that we 2 out of 4 of us have thought to pick Benny's, he's off to a really hot start.
Oh, yeah.
All right, continue, Benny.
Ooh, the color just got weird. This
It did.
You
is
just went into
a
nighttime mode.
2002 Ford Windstar LX minivan with 2,400 miles. It has hubcaps. It is white. It has unpainted trim because it's the absolute basest of base.
No, it's not. It's got fog lamps.
It
No,
doesn't
the
matter.
LX is somehow
the
above
LX
the
is,
base,
No,
I feel
it's
like.
not. It's. I assure you, it isn't.
Okay.
So
all right.
this thing is a very ugly van. They used them for the postal service for a while, like UPS.
That's
USPS
right. That's
true.
used them for a
Yeah.
while. They are horrendous. We growing up had a 1995 Ford Windstar. The first year they made the Ford Windstar, and it lasted 55,000 entire miles before the head gasket blew. And then we got a Toyota Sienna like real people when we should have had the Previa the entire time. But neither here nor there. My parents were not, made
They weren't hip to it.
less than ideal automotive choices.
Oh, I got a good story for our Barbie episode. Proceed.
So this thing sold for $12,500. It is a very base Ford Windstar. If you take into account that ours only lasted 55,000 miles, this thing is 10% already through its lifespan, and you're probably paying, I don't know, half of what it was new.
Don't give me price per mile.
So
Please, no.
It's finished in vibrant white, which is only one of those things. And
That was okay. Yeah, that was good, buddy.
it's got black trim. It sold for $12,500. It has 16-inch steel wheels with hubcaps, aka wheel covers, and it's a 3.8 liter V6, which I'm pretty sure is the exact same engine that blew itself to the moon in ours. And so just a giant hunk of malaise base minivan from Ford in a time when Ford was still a pile of garbage. Like, this was the time when they made the Focus ZX2.
Yeah.
You don't remember that because it's not memorable.
But if you do, you know how much of a pile of crap it was.
Yeah. So there's that, which
Real quick
doesn't
sidebar,
help.
This engine bay pick is like frighteningly clean, like a dealership.
Because it has 2,400 miles.
I know, it's just terrifying to see.
And it's
Ford
21
that
years
clean.
old.
Something just is off to me.
Yeah, that cylinder head is about to send itself to the moon. That's what's wrong
You
with
got
it.
to pick a different planet. You
it
got to
has
set the
one
moon.
It
service
has
history
one
report,
entire
obviously.
service record. So basically, there's no real history on this vehicle at all as far as Carfax is concerned. Odometer readings of 8,000 miles and 23,000 miles are listed in September 2003 and September 2007.
Wait.
Meaning that it doesn't seem like it had any service for 15,000 miles. I'm no math expert, but that seems right.
But
But it only has 2,400 miles on it. You don't even need a single oil change. You only need to get the oil changed when you plan on driving it.
Yeah, so that's weird that the miles don't work. Is there an odometer photo by chance anywhere here that we see?
Wait, hold on. Go back down to that
Yeah.
what you were reading.
did they just make it tight?
Okay.
What do the
Carfax reports
comments
there's no
say?
active accidents or the damage. Odometer readings of 8,023. Okay, it must have 24,000 miles.
Yeah.
Or they made a typo and they meant to put 800 and 2,300 because if I was buying this, I would be pissed.
I mean, then it's halfway through its life expectancy.
24, yeah, then it's like halfway through its life expectancy.
Yeah, much
What
different
I
car.
just said, Betty.
Yeah, well, are there any pictures of the odometer? Because I feel like there should be.
At this point,
It doesn't look like there are.
What are the comments
right
saying
there?
real quick?
Yeah, no. 2,300 miles, so they just made a mistake. 2,380 miles.
What? Shit.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just a pile of shit minivan that sold for way more than it should have. Like, even with the low mileage, I feel like it's like a $4,000 van
At most.
at
Sounds
most.
about right, yeah.
Like,
Someone spent 5, I'd still consider
so
this a
yeah,
blooper.
that's mine.
Andrew, choose who goes next.
David.
All right, let's go.
V from Abu Dhabi.
I picked another Ford today. I have for you in the room and you listening at home. It's a 1989 Ford Mustang LX. Interestingly enough, it's also an LX trimmed Ford vehicle. 5.0. It's got the important part. Notchback, 5-speed, very cool. 38,000 miles on it. It's something that you would buy. Okay, no, we'll get to the price.
Cabernet red over scarlet red cloth interior.
No,
by
that's
the way.
very cool. And it does look very cool.
Special
And
value equipment group
here-
and handling suspension package.
It's got some stuff, but it's still
Sounding pretty sweet.
Fox Body Mustang, and it's sold for $40,250. Now, here's the thing about that. if you can get like a fully done up saline version for 60, why would you buy the one that's stuck in this is the type of car that's been sitting in Claremont. If you're not familiar with Claremont as a listener, let me paint a picture for you. It's like the burbs, and the only crime that happens there is people get their cars broken into every once in a while, and there's a lot of strip malls. And there's grandmothers that live out there who've lived there for ages, and they have maybe one of those that's barely driven, and you can buy it for at the high end $20,000, and that's if the person who's selling it, who is presumably 85, has done their research and been I know what I got. There you go. I said the name of the podcast on the podcast.
Oh my God!
Okay. Arguments. I have arguments.
Show's over.
This is a very clean example. This is also my favorite Mustang.
I agree.
Ever.
Yeah, but
it
it's a
has
notchback.
Cool wheels.
I love the notchback.
The notchback
I can't
is my
stand the
favorite one.
notchback.
But
It's not as cool.
Okay,
Love the notchback.
well, you're wrong. You're
not.
also wrong.
I'm
I
not.
had a Mustang too,
I
so
kind
I
of
like
agree
it.
with you.
I'm not here. I'm
They're
not. Here's
there's-
why.
Look, listen. The
special
LX was
service
simply
package, the cop version only came in a notchback,
Notchback.
and that's the coolest Mustang.
the LX. Yeah, that's because you're bootlickers. The LX. The LX was just a luxury GT trim.
Yeah,
Right.
So at
That's
this
all
point,
it was.
the LX was a
It
high
had-
trim level,
it
not
had a
the
nice
fucking van that I picked.
Yeah, it was like the highest
Oh.
trim Mustang you can get, except it's a goddamn notchback. They're not
I
nice
love the
looking.
notchback. I love the
No.
notchback more than the hatchback.
No
I'm
way.
with you, Ben.
Say what you will.
No way.
I'm with you, Ben.
This
No
is also
way.
a 5-speed.
No
So
way.
Your
No way.
85-year-old Claremont grandmother is not going to have a 5-speed.
This
She
will
might.
be the last episode.
won't.
I can't believe this. You can't. You can't think that.
Okay, drama queen.
There's no way. It's so ugly. I'm like, it's so funny how the
It's
hatchback,
way better
that the
than the
fastback
hatchback.
looks so good, and the notchback is so damn hideous. I always thought that was the
agree with
funniest.
I
Andrew.
disagree. Me and Chuck are on one side of this argument, and you guys are on the other, which is
Chuck's
fine.
poor.
Doesn't matter.
That's all I got.
Damn, that's wild. All right, well, here's the thing.
my
I'm not, and I agree with him. Well, I'm
Well,
not.
well.
Hey, listen, we're not rich, but we're doing all right.
I mean, I pay some of my bills.
We're
Now, here's the
right.
thing.
We're right.
We're right.
We're right.
No,
Wrong.
me and Ben are
You're
right.
wrong.
I'm gonna put it like this real quick. And Andrew, you should hopefully change your tune when you hear this. This is like liking a notchback is like being a cat owner. You just love all cats or all animals or all dogs.
No, don't give me that
Dog owners
philosophy.
just hate
No,
everything that's not a dog. Yeah.
that's not what it is.
That's not true.
I'm only a dog person.
That's not true.
That's not what it is.
What-
Loving a fox body is being that cat person.
Yeah.
Then why don't you like this notchback?
Because the notchbacks fox bodies they're ugly.
You're
They're
not
gross.
I like it
Cool.
because I
They
have a
just-
Mustang too, and this looks a lot like the Mustang.
They literally
This is
just
cool.
they look like a 2-door Camry, man.
Yeah, so it's got a V8 in it. Give me that V8 Camry. I'm not upset.
I would
It's a
never.
rear-wheel drive 5-speed. It's got a trunk. Nobody can see my.
Andrew,
Yeah, great.
What else
one
do I
day when
want?
I
Let's
have-
move on.
When I'm not poor anymore, Andrew, and I have money, I'm going to buy you a notchback and I have you at gunpoint and make you drive it.
That's fine. I'm just gonna call it ugly while I do
listen. The only benefit you have to the
I
the
have no problem
fastback,
with this.
if you even want to call it that, because these were all f***ing slow. But listen, the whole point of a trunk is so your is not seen by the whole world, and fastback does not give you that luxury. Done.
it. Oh, all right.
Okay. We're still talking looks here.
I'm pretty sure.
Practicality, okay.
By this time, I'm pretty sure the hatchback might have had like one of those like covers that lifted with the hatch. I'm not sure, but
Right.
it doesn't matter because you have a spare wheel well to keep all your ratchets and your spare coolants and stuff.
Oh,
Fair.
what in the wide world of sports?
This is Chuck's. It's
It's just a conversation topic. I just want to have an honorable.
I don't even think it's an honorable mention. This is
This is the
his. This is what he entered: a 2.2 liter powered 1969 Porsche 911e coupe. The issue
You left
with
out.
this car,
He's getting to it. That's the issue.
the issue with this car is that they
What?
have turned it into a slant nose.
So like the 80s body style with the flip-up headlights. Picture a 911 with
Yeah, and
flip-up
the louvers
headlights.
on the fenders.
Yeah, except this car was produced
Oh.
20,
At least
15 years
solid
before, like
12.
this car, like those
We're
were
talking
even
like 12 years
thought
at
of.
least.
At least.
No, like 8, because they made the 77 turbo.
Okay.
Like, okay, but
So we
whatever,
got that
that's
down,
fine.
right? So the 1969 Porsche 911,
Oh,
that's an expensive car.
right.
That's high dollar stuff.
Yeah,
The slant nose 911 turbo
Is, an
is
expensive
top
car.
dollar.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is one of the most desirable Porsches you can buy.
Right.
And you frankenfurtered one of these.
You don't disrespect that man's name over this car. This car, it's sold for $23,000.
That is all.
I don't.
So
That's
like,
it.
it's really cheap for a 911, but
Yeah.
but
for good reason.
but the 911 that the body is shaped after is very desirable in its own right, except it doesn't have the
It doesn't-
underpinnings
Yeah, it doesn't
to
even
back that
perform
up.
like
More
one.
for
and
those-
then the underpinnings of this car are worth a fortune if they're in the right body. And this guy is just grenaded
do?
his entire value by
You know-
like
you know
building
like
this
that
car.
saying, shot yourself in the foot? I feel like this guy was sitting at home one day with his feet up on his desk,
Oh.
just polishing his shotgun.
Just shooting his feet off.
No, yeah, polishing his shotgun. He goes, I had a great idea. And then just immediately cocked that shotgun, pointed at both of his crossed feet, and blew them sky high when he said, yeah, I'm going to make a slant nose
No.
69.
I will tell you exactly how. When was this car built? Like
Oh, let's
made?
find out.
It's got the
we are
knockoff
diving
bodies too.
deep
But like,
into
when
it.
did they do this whole conversion? 2001. Okay. Yeah.
Oh no, it was
This is
They
my-
weren't.
Oh,
they weren't
valid.
worth that much back then.
previous ownership. So this was like
Yeah.
This was like
2001
in the
and now.
90s. So pretty much, a guy who was heavily doing cocaine in like 1986
Yep.
was heavily doing cocaine again in about 1996. For the first time in a long time. And he's like, man, you remember that 911 I had? I want to make that again. And he just went to his local auto trader.
He totaled the body on his 69, destroyed the frame on his 77, and then just merged the two. He's like, that's more.
Yeah.
That's.
I'm selling cocaine again, boys! Woo! And just run around doing finger
I
pistols.
blew
If
the
I just
motor out.
if I just destroy the body on this one,
I
and
want a
cut the
911
frame
and I
on
want it
this
to look
one,
like my
okay,
old
Rick,
911.
and I put 'em together.
We're doing it today.
we're gonna do everything forever.
We're gonna
Oh,
live
yeah.
forever.
So yeah, the links to these will be up. You'll be able to see the 69 that's not Frankenfurter, because we won't disrespect his name.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Franken bummed, bro.
Frankenbum.
This
yeah.
is not it.
I honestly, like, I hate to say it out loud,
not
but
it.
I think it looks good, but it shouldn't.
It looks good, but then you hear what's underneath it, and you're like,
You
oh,
see
man.
what's underneath it, and you're like, oof.
It's
Leaky,
carbureted. You're like, whoa.
leaky, old, dusty engine. I see lots
Yeah.
of surface
Good
rust.
Lord.
Nothing insane, but like lots of surface rust.
Yeah, I mean, like my van, I think is a winner, but
Yeah, no,
this is
van-
what I was saying earlier. Like when two really great movies come out on the same weekend, and one of them gets fucked.
well, at least for
Same
this
thing.
one, it looks good.
Yes.
Yeah, the
You
van
know?
is just van, and they paid half of what
Somebody,
this Porsche
somebody
cost.
paid for
Yeah.
nostalgia
that's
from the
also a good
turn of
point.
the millennium.
No, to Ben's end, excuse me, they paid half of what they paid for this Porsche. This Porsche looks badass, looks badass, and they paid half that for that van. That's insanity. All right, kudos, Ben. You won. That's it.
Oh,
That's-
thanks. All right.
Good work,
that's the
gentlemen.
thing. She's it. So we will definitely put a link up to this Ford Windstar up there, so you all can giggle at Bring a
Oh,
Trailer.
put them all up or you're fired.
Yeah, that part. And is that?
No, that's
we're
it.
out.
We're gonna be. We're not
Barbie
going
on
anywhere.
here
We
in a
actually
second.
don't even really exist. So we're gonna record Barvio now and get non-exist drunk.
All right. Good night. What if I wasn't recording? Just kidding.